Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. I hope your midweeks are going off to a great start here. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes, but it's been a banger weekend of runs, obviously, with the big run happening on Monday as well. It's just been amazing. Thank you all very much for all the support thus far. Here's your incredibly adorable Mosh Pet of the day. This one's sent in by Fiery Brunette on the Sinvicta subreddit. Title thread was falling asleep to Sinvicta's voice. And in the thread, they also said, nightly routine. Her name is Cupid, and she's been a part of the Pet Mosh Pit for 6 years now and uses Sinvicta to know when it's time for bed. And it's absolutely adorable. There's something so innocent and amazingly cute about an animal that has a stuffed animal. I just love it. I love the little moo moo cow there. So shout out to Cupid. Thank you very much, Fiery Brunette, for sharing her with us. Let's hop on in and see what we got going on here in the midweek Mosh Pit. We got the Genesis start. Okay. 8 Papa Tango Quebec, 1-2 Tango Yankee. We've got HP. Good stats to start with anyway. Good movement speed for once to start with as well. 4.14 damage. Just slightly better than base tears rate on the tears rate here for Eden. And that was a dime, I think I heard somewhere. Wow. Okay, so Genesis is going to be a very interesting start here because there's always something that we can have available to us at any time that we want it. And that is, of course, in the form of a reroll, full character reroll. How Genesis works is that it takes any of your passive items and it turns that into 3 additional passive items that you can then choose from. Based on, you can only choose 1 out of the 3. It's randomized. It's based on it's loosely based on the item pedestals or the item loot table of the base item that you get. So, for example, if you have a bunch of Devil Deal items, you're going to get a bunch of other Devil Deal items to choose from in Genesis. Get a bunch of Angel Deal items, etc., etc. Shop items, that sort of stuff. So, if you end up having to start with Genesis, there is a way to manipulate how and what type of items you're going to be able to choose from should you decide to reroll. Now, Genesis suffers from the same issues that Diplopia has, which is that it's so good you don't want to just flippantly use it and then just burn it out. Like it's like taking like 2 bites of like a $90 filet mignon. Like you want to savor it, right? You want to let it mature a little bit, let it cool off, let it be something that you can enjoy. And you don't do that by ripping it off the first floor. However, there is a problem that Genesis and Diplopia both share as well, which is that if you wait too long, then it's almost like a rotten deal. Like the steak has turned, and now it's almost just not even worth using because then maybe you have a full run built out by then. There's really no point in using Genesis or Diplopia. It's kind of like one of those things where we just hold on to it for too long, and then it becomes obsolete because it's like, well, we already have an established run. It doesn't make any sense to reroll. So the real question is, what is the sweet spot to use, or when is the sweet spot to use Genesis in particular? For me, it's when I get at least a few Devil Deals under my belt. I want to make sure that I'm going to have at least some kind of Devil Deal offense built into my next reroll should I need it. Now, we can also use it in case we get into trouble or if we get a bunch of just crap items. It really just kind of depends. But there are situations where the run that you're starting off with before you Genesis is so good that you don't want to re-roll it, and then it's just a giant waste. So I think that Genesis is best used earlier than later, unless if you just don't care, or like you're looking for Guppy, or maybe you're fishing for an R-key or something like that. Then Genesis is extremely valuable in the late game. But in the early game stages, I like to wait for at least a couple of Devil Deal items before we really make a decision to re-roll Genesis. So we're looking at like a floor 3, floor 4, maybe a good way to skip the depths. You usually don't want to use Genesis at the beginning of a floor. You might as well go get the extra items so you have something to re-roll into. Secret room's here, by the way. That way you're not just immediately skipping like a bare floor that you haven't gotten any benefit out of. You're just basically skipping it because it advances the floor counter as well to the next one. So if we were to use this at the beginning of Depths 1, it would actually take us to Depths 2 when we're done with it. The only time this doesn't happen is when you're in the chest. 1 key, 1 llave. Yeah. Lacrygy is definitely going to be one that we are going to be getting rid of. Some people are really high on Lacrygy. I'm not one of them. It's a fantastic Ace of Hearts, by the way. The problem with Lacrygy is just that it slows down your tears rate. It slows down the rate of fire, I should say. It also just flat out stops your tears from reaching the target. And you can't kill anything if your tears aren't hitting the target. So it's, even though there's some wackiness and there is some somewhat strong synergies that you can have with Lacrygy, it's not really a tier effect that, in my opinion, is worth even trying for. I am going to take the Soul Hearts now, just in case there's multiple Devil Deals that we need to take. We need bombs so we can get access into the secret room, maybe even get into the boss trap room. But for right now, we're going to have to suffer through having Lacrygy for at least another floor or two. But, you know, it's one of those niche items that the people who like Lacrygy are really, really a big fan of it. And I can understand why. It has sort of the same appeal of, like, anti-grav tears to some people, chocolate milk, that sort of thing. But I do think that it is a definitively just not great item for my playstyle. And again, it's just my opinion on that. You get shot speed. Shot speed is actually okay when it comes to Lacrygy. And Spirit of the Night and Mom's Knife, both of these we can easily take here, which I'm going to do. Get rid of that Bone Heart. There we go. Okay, now we don't have to worry about Lacrygy, Lacatrophy. I'm not sure how you actually pronounce the term there. So we actually got lucky. It was either going to be here or it was going to be below the boss trap room. So I just decided to try this here and take Crackjacks. Again, this just serves as another item for us to reroll. We are definitely going to be rerolling with Genesis after we get our next Devil Deal. So hopefully we don't get screwed and have to wait till floor 5. We don't have enough bombs to get into the vault yet. Donation machine, but again, not really going to be helping us that much here. We did get a Rotten Heart. Okay. So if we really wanted to, we can get into the vault. If we really, really, really wanted to. It's probably worth doing. I hope we don't hit our donation machine. Yeah, we didn't hit that one. Getting some money in here would be great, or we just have nothing to do anything in there with at all. It's not English, but you know what? We're just going to call it broken English and head on to down. We have Mom's Knife, though, so we're set for now. Okay, so the goal from here on out is to get as many Devil Deal items as possible, then we re-roll. Now, do we have to? Absolutely not. Could we win this run on just what we got right now without getting any more stats up? Yeah, we definitely could. But I think that we have a even greater potential to have a stronger run if we end up using Genesis for the items that we've already got. Because the problem is that we have 3 items that are just not doing anything right now. Lacrygy and 2 basic HP upgrades in the form of Crackjacks and the breakfast or whatever, or lunch or whatever the cat food is. You know what I'm talking about. The one we started with. And it is a little bit lame that Eden can start with just a basic HP upgrade that has absolutely no other stats associated with it, but that's Isaac, baby. That's just how it goes. Which is why I always enjoy the challenge of Eden. You know, I still get, even after all these years, I still get people asking me, how come you only just play Eden? And the reason is because it's quite simple. I think that it's just the purest challenge that Isaac can offer you, the fairest challenge without it being a gimmick. And by gimmick, I mean something that is not tied to, like, say, having like a shield that breaks after 1 hit, or having no shield, or a character that can fly all around and kill you, but you can slingshot it to do stuff. So that sort of stuff. With Eden, you have to have supreme game knowledge about knowing about every single item that you possibly can know in Isaac, and how to sort of be very, very fluid when it comes to your strategies. You know, what do you do if you start with having, like, say, really bad movement speed, and you know all the stats are completely randomized, so you might have a decent amount of HP, but you have no movement speed. How do you adjust to that? Eden is the only character that has to go through this, because Eden is the only character that you just don't know what you're going to start with. You always know what Cain is going to start with. You always know what the passive of Samson is going to be, etc., etc. So being able to do Eden stuff, to me, is the most fun for me, because everything about the run feels new. Not just a regular Isaac run, regular Keeper run, Maggie, Tainted Cain, whatever. You know, this is the pure randomness in a nutshell. And if you want to get even crazier, you can go play Tainted Eden, which I thought about doing today for Wacky Wednesday, but you know, I've been hitting TCG Card Simulator pretty hard, along with still recovering my voice from doing vocals and recording that episode on Monday. So I think taking it easy for a little bit is probably in the cards here. Bad damage there. The range is real bad. Tears upgrade, which does almost nothing for Mom's Knife, but hey, we have restock. Okay, so if we don't get a Devil Deal here, I'm going to be upset. I say that we get as many Devil Deal items as possible on this floor, which means minimizing our bad damage, getting as much HP and holding on to it as possible, and then ripping Genesis and get ready for Depths and beyond. The fresh run, fresh stats, and yes, the stats do re-roll themselves for Eden and Eden alone if you use Genesis. So Money Equals Power does technically kind of count as a Devil Deal item, which is nice. And no, if we get the Angel Keys, it does not count as Angel items, unfortunately. So that would be a really fun way to game the system. The shovel, we can use the shovel on some art on the ground just to see if we get a maybe extra item in the crawl space. Down with that. Montezuma's, yeah, we'll take Monty. Yeah, I must have done something really bad to my right wrist today. I think I may have slept on it wrong. It was just like, maybe it was just curled up and I was sleeping on my side. I'm a side sleeper sometimes. When my back starts hurting or something like that from just laying flat on it, normally I'm like, I would say I'm a 80, maybe 75% back sleeper and 25% side sleeper. And sometimes my back can get really sore if I've just been laying there for too long. So I'm asleep obviously, but in my sleep I will just turn onto one of my sides and then just, fall back asleep. And I think that my wrist must have been caught underneath my body at some point, and I just slept on it because it's pretty dang painful right now. It's my right wrist too. I'm right-handed, so yeah, go figure. There you go. Down goes the floor lickers. So we should get a Devil Deal here, I'm hoping. Another speed upgrade, and yeah. So this is perfect for us because not only can we maybe get no, we're not gonna have enough soul hearts. Yeah, we just have to take this. Okay, and I'm fine with that. We can go explore a little bit more, and then we're gonna rip Genesis here so we don't miss out on the depths. And honestly, we have a fair amount of Devil Deal items, a little bit more than I would expect to have at this point. So let's go figure out what else we can do. Wow, okay. Okay, you know what? That's all I need to know. Ooh. Tears rate and damage and movement speed all took a nosedive. Okay, so we need to get some mega value here. Let's start off with Inner Eye. Gotta go Compass, obviously. Take Succubus, take Incubus, although Little Bremy was probably a better idea. We need Tears really badly. Yeah, we need Tears. We still need Tears. I mean, damage is important, but... Okay, movement speed for sure. I don't want any of these, but I guess we'll take Brother Bobby. I'll take Demon Baby. Car battery or eraser? Car battery. Yeah, our movement speed and shot speed are still really bad, but we have no health. Now, we do need damage. Yeah, I'm going to take meat here. Movement speed and size down. We get explosion immunity here with Host Hat. Toothpicks is just definitively better than the Screw. We take Stapler here. And definitely Gimpy. And yeah. I don't know if we got better or not. We also have the Filigree Feather, which is interesting. And we're starting now with Duality, by the way. So that was our passive item on the reroll. I don't know if we got better or not. It definitely feels like we got worse. Because we don't have Mom's Knife. Now, passing up D Bizzle was kind of difficult. But at the time, I didn't know if we were going to actually get any more Tears rate upgrades. But as you see here, with us having Spectral Tears, I'm pretty happy that at least we got something out of it. Here's our Angel Deal Chance. Now, it's pretty important for us to get a full round of taps on the Sack Room Shuffle. That would be pretty mega for us. Because of the fact of us having the Filigree Feather, it's going to produce an angel item instead of a key piece every single time we destroy an angel statue. Book of the Dead is Book of the Bad, but I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not what we were looking for. No keys, so unfortunately, Curse the Unknown means we have no clue how much HP we have left. I think we're at 3 HP now. And that's only based on the fact that we can see inside of the challenge room. But we need more hearts. So we're at a full 3 HP right now. But we need far more hearts to show up on the ground before I can really be okay with playing the Sack Altar. Okay, yeah. Let's just get hit from everything in this room. Force Papers, which is going to give us another nice Tears Up, something we desperately need right now, but no keys. No keys at all. Okay, so we are not at least we can gauge how much HP we have based on whether or not we can actually gain access into the challenge room. The mob trap room. Now, if we need to, we can use the golden razor blade for damage. We absolutely need to. That is an avenue. We don't have to stick with Book of the Dead. I'm not a particularly huge fan of Book of the Dead. Not because I think it's not that great. It's just I think there are just better active items out there, to which, of course, we don't have any access to. But as you see here, if you end up getting a room like having all the egglets in there, then you can really, really ball out of control with these bonies. I don't actually know if we have the bone part or not from divorce papers. I don't know if it's filled or not. And yeah, there's too many unknown factors here. We cannot risk going to the next floor with having basically no HP, and we also we cannot afford to risk the bone heart either, because we're going to need that if we cannot keep up with saving our soul hearts, protecting our red heart HP. We can open up these chests though. Okay, we get keys, good. We get glass eye, which is gonna give us a damage and luck upgrade. Very nice. So we're technically at full HP right now, but I still think it's just better for us to wait. We don't want to lose this bone heart. We really don't. This bone heart is going to be the key to turning this run around right now. But we're looking good though on stats. We just could use more. Okay. Now, if you have not seen, this is just a little bit of a plug. If you've not seen the TCG Card Shop simulators yet, definitely highly recommend it. If you're looking for something different than Isaac, if you're looking for something more wacky and a little bit more group-oriented, you can go check out the Sinvicta Gaming channel, which you can find down below in the link. I've been posting the Dale and Dawson VODs up there, some World of Warcraft with Krendor, all kinds of crazy stuff is happening on the gaming channel. And thank you to those of you who are subbed to both. I really do appreciate that as well. Get a reverse tower card, which is going to give us hopefully a bunch of tinted rocks here. There is a sack altar here. We do get another HP upgrade, which is good. A little bit of a misplay. I should have waited to pick that up, because we could have used that as a heal. I don't want to take this. I don't want to take this demon heart yet. Oh my god! Y'all need to chill out. Now, I do not believe that we're going to make it to boss rush. It would be a big shocker if we did. Let's put it that way. There's a full card. I'm going to try, but with 30 seconds remaining, we have a long way to go, too. It's a big map. Boney's doing their best here. Got a whole Boney army. I don't know what we hit there, but it didn't kill everything. No chance. No chance, but we're going to try it anyway. We almost got it. We missed it by 4 seconds. Going to take the Polaroid for damage. We definitely could use it. Book of Revelations is better than the Book of the Dead. And we are absolutely going to be playing the angel statue here, because this potentially could be huge for us. Looking Fairly gives us the Eucharist. Okay. Eucharist is going to guarantee that we get access to the angel deal on every floor. It is the angel version of Goat Head. Now, because we have duality, it also guarantees that we're going to be able to get to the devil deal. The Bible. So this is going to give us Bookworm. Okay. There's a red heart in here. Good. So the more red hearts we get, the more we can actually we can tap on the Sacrum Shuffle here. We're gonna lose those 2 soul hearts. It's totally fine. Go back, grab these hearts. We're looking at prioritizing half hearts so far, because we can fully tap the Sacrum with just a half heart inside of a bone heart, and it actually still counts as only as a full tap. without charging us a full heart. That makes sense. So there's no reason if you have a bone heart to fill it before tapping the sack room. Treasure map, sure. We'll save that soul heart for when we're ready to leave the floor. Do a little bit more perusing. If we can find any more red hearts, that'd be great. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Pyromaniac, so we even though we have explosion immunity, we do not have the heal on explosion ability like Pyromaniac does. Something to be aware of, although that would make an amazing amount of value out of bombs and sack rooms. Combine that with a filigree feather, and man, oh man, we are looking pretty. So we're gonna go for the far half heart. We might as well use the tower card in here. Maybe not in here. There was one big room that had a bunch of nothing in it. It might have been this room. I'm just gonna go for this one. See how many tinted rocks we can get. We get 1, 2. Come on. Yeah, we get some hearts, but of course we have to run for them. 4, 5 tinted rocks. Can't really ask for much more than that. Small rock, which is going to give us damage, movement speed down, but also gives us the tears up. Another tinted rock right there. I didn't even see it. Next to the secret room, which I also didn't see. Angel room, we've already been there. But unfortunately, we don't have another bomb, so I can't get into the boss trap room. We're going to go all the way over here and pick up these half hearts one at a time. I know. It's taking a while, but this is necessary. We're going for maximum value here. There's, again, what I just got done saying, there's no reason for us to ever fill a bone heart with a full red heart when we have the option to take a half heart if we are doing a sack room shuffle. Whatever, game. Whatever, dude. All right. Let's go fight the angel statues here. It's Seraphim, which is going to give us conjoined, which I don't really want, but I guess we'll take anyway. 30 cents here. And let's go fill up our hearts. Now, I would be tempted to go straight to Lamb, but the thing is that we have the Eucharist and we also have Filigree Feather, obviously. So that's giving up a lot of free angel items, which I do not want to do at all. Watch out for those spike rocks. You never know where they're going to be hitting you from. Okay, gonna buy the soul heart, like I said. Let's go put some money back in the donation machine. Actually been putting a fair bit amount in the donation machine, especially yesterday. We had like a 30 or 40 cent deposit, so much better than today's, but that is okay. And then we get just angel item on angel item on angel item. That's what we want right now. Down goes. We're gonna go get our soul heart here. We didn't get another bomb. That's fine. Have that. This. Might be able to get a bomb out of here. Yeah. Yeah, we can get into the boss trap room now. Of course, the bomb will just float. Oh. All right. We'll take eye drops. It gives us, gives us more of a tears up here with inner eye. Now, if we end up getting 2020, obviously we're going to be able to get some quality upgrades from a tears rate, full maximum value. It removes the cap that multi-shots give you. If you take stuff like quad shot, inner eye, etc., etc. Definitely looking for that. Don't really need to go in the curse room. We almost have a full rack of hearts. And finally, we were ready to head on down. Lots of sack room shuffling going on, but it was definitely worth it. Wish we would have gotten a little bit better angel items, but hey, what can you do? All right, no sack room, no nothing. We're just gonna go straight to the boss. Movement speed down from the small rock does suck a little bit, but we can get rid of inner eye. I don't know if we want to do that, though. It would probably set us to a maximum tears cap. You could also just use the reverse stars card inside the angel deal, because you know we're guaranteed one, and just YOLO it that way, which I might end up doing. Don't want to use the Book of Revelations yet, because I don't want to get stuck with an orbital. We can't get rid of, or just have no use for. Wow, lots of keys. There's Triachnid. You get a movement speed upgrade, which I'm happy about. Eden Soul. With a balance. Oh, we have no bomb. Let's see if we can get a bomb. There we go. That was easy. Don't freak out. We can leave the angel deal, even though it, for some reason, switched to the other side. We can leave the angel deal, no problem at all, because all we got to do is just get back in thanks to the Eucharist. We get Nun's Habit, which is fine. And I am just going to rip... I'm just going to rip the Stars card now. Get Immaculate Heart and Prism. And I will take Eden Soul. We'll head on down. Okay, so as you see here, our tears rate got a huge shot in the arm. Now, Eden Soul is going to give us 2 items from whatever loot table that we are currently in. So if we end up, or whatever room we're currently in. So if we end up using it inside of an angel deal, we get even more angel items out of there. Guaranteed, we get 2 more. It's a single-use item, so it will be consumed, but it is worth it. Man, oh man, Immaculate Heart's going bonkers right now. So I would say that our DPS vastly improved by getting rid of Inner Eye. Prism is just, it's just nuts. Oh wow, we get 2 angel deals here. 2 angel statues, which is going to give us 2 angel items. Lighter and Holy Light. Oh my goodness gracious. We got Seraphim Transformation 2. Life is good. They're looking pretty. Okay, so Eden Soul is primed and ready to go. Problem is that we don't have any more angel items that we can, angel rooms that we can use to guarantee an angel deal item. So it's either we use Eden Soul inside of the secret room, or we wait for the victory lap. I love those Blorbs spawning on Isaac. Aim a better duo. We don't have to worry about the explosions from the bomb lamprey flies because we have host hat. Oh man. Forget about it, Stanley. Yep, that's all we needed. One stomp and Stanley's down. All right, let's see what our Devil Deal gets us. We have Death's List, Book of Sin, Penguin Bond. Death's List has almost no shot at ever proccing for us, but we're going to try to pretend like it does. There's a lot of mega fatties in here. Glad Seraphim gave us some flying. It always is good for your mobility. There we go. Yeah, like I said, no shot for Death's List. The only way Death's List pays out now is if we get those empty rooms, or just a one mob room. Oh my gosh. Can't believe we outran that. Absolutely do a victory lap. I can see we got Delta Quebec November Alpha, Delta Victor November 6. So at this point, I think I really am just going to drop the Eden Soul inside of an Angel Deal. Just to see how crazy it can get. I mean, it's basically been the theme for this entire run, so. Yeah, I'll take a mom's purse here. We got a bag lunch. All right, that's fine. But really, it just goes to show you. Thank goodness we had. Oh my god. Thank God we had Toast Hat. It just goes to show you how amazing the Filigree Feather can be, giving you just untold riches of Angel Deal items that you really would never see. You like, think about how rare it is to get Angel Deal items. All right, I'll get another glass eye. That's fine. Now, picture how many Angel Deals you would have to have as many Angel Deal items that we have on this run already, right? And we haven't even gotten any on the victory lap yet. Tropicamide, sure. This gives us increased range and also increased tier size, but no big deal. We do not care about magic skin. Now, the only thing that I would actually consider dropping the Eden Soul in is if we ended up finding a secret room that had a reroll pedestal to really just turn up the wow factor of this run even more. Item room is going to be piercing shots. Sure, why not? At this point, we got so many tier effects, man. It's not going to matter. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that we're in new territory yet, but we're starting to get that way. I do think that old BC deserves a second beatdown this. Well, it doesn't really matter. A second beatdown this week. Right, she didn't learn her lesson after the first time. My God, it's gonna be a bad day for Yupin, and he's dead. Shot speed for sure. Get the range, and you know, purity is fine as well. And eventually, we will end up having to get Sacred Heart. You know what? Sure, let's just do it. We have so many Angel Deal items that I don't think it's going to matter what we do here. It is almost impossible. It is almost, let's just say it is mathematically impossible at this point to not get either Sacred Heart or Godhead at this point with so many rerolls. Sure, Curse the Tower. I'll take Fate just for some more HP. We'll take Meat here. We'll take Pandora. Yeah, I'll take the Stairway as well. Judas is freaking Shadow. Yep. Take Empty Vessel. There's Brimstone. Oh boy. Yeah, Growth Hormones. We need some movement speed here. Humbling Bundadu is always good. Guppy's Paw. Just because it counts as a Guppy item. Oh my gosh. Polyphemus. PH Dizzle is... Yeah, PhD's fine. Health up, sure. Scapular's good. Give me the more tears up, even though we are pretty much set on this. The Crooked Penny, which I will not use ever inside of a reroll, inside of a Genesis room. Let's take more HP, I guess, and there it is. Sacred Heart, Brimmy. Oh my gosh, we even get the Wafer as well. Give me more damage. Just damage upon damage upon damage. That's all we care about at this point. Probably should. I actually should have taken Mom's Coin Purse. I forgot that we had. PhD. Yeah, I mean, you know, Mega just make it even crazier, and we're gonna have to take the Glass Shards because we have to give a Mega already. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the Revelation. Sure, we'll go ahead and take 4.5 Fold. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take an Evil Eye. Nun's Habit. Sure. Movement speed is totally fine. We get another pill as well. Friends to the End. Range up is going to be very good for Brimstone, which has unlimited range, of course. Wow, we're going to have to end up losing Mega. Yeah, we're looking okay now. So we end up losing Filigree Feather. There, never mind, just kidding. Oh, okay. Wow, the game is just ready for this run to be over. I don't know how we end up getting a Devil Deal precedent here. I think it's maybe because we don't have duality now. We haven't technically gotten our first Devil Deal. Oh no, you know what? We did take a Devil Deal before the Genesis reroll. I think no, that's been possible. We had Eucharid. I don't know, man. Death card doesn't really matter here. So we get another Filigree Feather, and we also have the Wafer, which means that if we do find another sack room, yeah, we're just going to keep getting more and more Angel Deal items. Sacred Heart Brimstone Revelation is just so good. You know, we are just rocking and rolling. I need to remind myself we don't have Host Hat anymore. And with us having the Stairway, we are definitely motivated to get some money. Just kind of looking for the store, but I'd love to get our mapping back. That's one thing I do wish we had. Got PH Dizzle, so I need to remember we can take pills that I probably will forget. I've already forgotten one pill. Fantastic shop here as always. Keep up the good work. Your range up. Not really much of a pill to forget, but you know, hey, at least I remembered, right? Ourselves a Yave here. No, it's a 54 damage Brimstone. It's nothing crazy. We get an HP upgrade as well, just because hell, why not at this point? Can't possibly get any... We can't do any worse on this run. Get Holy Light again. Ah! I forgot to bomb the statue. Now, what's funny about these tears from the Shard of Glass is that they're actually Polyphemus tears, and they are going to also deal a redonkulous amount of damage. I mean, stupid amounts of damage. Don't believe you. Okay, curse the tower again. Esau Jr., no thanks. The D4, no, let's not. I think we've had enough re-rolling for today. I mean, 1 Genesis is already kind of wacky, crazy, kooky, but 2 Genesis is a little unheard of at this point. We'll take a Tears upgrade, not that it's going to matter that much. The dime sound. Might as well go into the shop, get a half-price member card. That would count as a second guppy item. Death's Touch, while it would be amazing to have, not really feeling it. Also, the reason why I'm getting rid of Filigree Feather at this point is because we got what we wanted. We wanted Sacred Heart. We got it. We have a Devil Deal Preston, so it is unlikely that we'll see too many more Angel Deals at this point. But man, oh man, what an absolute windfall it is for Angel Deals out there. Those of you who are Angel Deal lovers, you're enjoying this. And September continues to just roll on, man. Purity is going to give us the range upgrade. Again, not really all that useful for Brimstone or Revelation. There's a Tinted Rock in there, not that we need it. It's just... And I really wish we could have kept Mega. We'll just save the key here. It's going to be a very, very dead boss rush. Hungry Soul, we get another Devil Deal here, and yeah. Can't really afford anything in there anyway. It's kind of wild that Brimstone is charging at double the rate that Revelation is. Revelation is tied to a fixed tiers rate of charging, though, which does hurt its value a little bit, but it's still just a... I mean, it's just a S tier item. It's just so good. Health up doesn't matter. Speed up we will take. Force Papers, we are super capped on tiers at this point. In fact, we're so capped. Remember, we had already gotten Consolation Prize a few floors ago, and that alone gave us another little broken cap of tiers. So, suffice to say, we do not need to get any more tiers. I do want to go fight Old Beastie, so we're just looking for the Fool card at this point. I do also want to just fight the devil, or the I do want to fight the boss rush just because I think it's going to be hilarious. Full Deal is going to give us Sack Altar. Can't be Conception. We got rid of the Swarm temporarily anyway. I could have undone that if I really, really, really wanted to, but I'm not going to. Am I going crazy? Did we already see the Fool card, or I might be thinking the last lap. Really giga damage right now. Tinted Rock right here. That's not that is us taking damage, but it's not from anything that causes us to lose the Devil Deal Preston. But we have. All I've been doing is looking for the Fool card, which is right here. We might as well find... I wasn't even trying to go to the item room, but since we're here, might as well. And in Rome. Right. So I definitely want to go fight Old Beastie. We're going to keep the negative. We're just going to grab another negative after Mom. just so we can maintain our damage bonus. Do not need the Polaroid here. You get our Devil Deal. We've already been in here. Sure. And he gets Invicta Robes, which is going to give us even more damage. And Capricorn is going to break the Tears Cap. Yes, I saw Ipecac. No, I don't want it. Well, let's see what Ipecac would look like here. It only gives us 2 damage. Remember, we don't have explosion immunity at this point. Yeah, no, that's a no-go there, Chief. We get almost the same amount of damage. We get a Tears upgrade, and also we don't have to worry about explosive shots. Brimstone by itself is doing this amount of damage. If we combine that with Revelation, it just gets even more stupid. I definitely wouldn't say we're at new territory. We're powerful for sure, but this is not insta death. We cover the screen and just pure mayhem, you know. Ucha. The fool. Ucha. We could go for the Yara room, but this is basically the last floor here with us having an angel deal. At the contrition, it doesn't do anything, but so unfortunately, no Guppy item. It would have been nice to have Guppy. That would have really sent this one over the moon. I did that just so we can recover our heart, stop Shard of Glass. No reason for us to go into the item room right now. There's another shop on this floor, but I think we're good on this one.
Spent it. It's gone. Just get over it.
Let's see what's in our item room, and okay, we got a reroll machine.
How can you have spent our savings?
Don't really care about Aquarius. Varicose Veins would be funny. Oh my god. Proptosis. If we get close range on anything, it is just not even fair. Oh yeah, I forgot we can't access this. Fortunately, we can't afford it, but yeah, the scaling with Sacred Heart and now Proptosis mixed in with Brimstone, it is insta death for everything involved. Unless you're Haunt. Yeah, that is instantaneous death right there. With the Halo as well, which is going to even give us a little bit more damage. 75 damage.
Self-destructive and disturbed, just like his father. Look at who he has to look up to. And you're drunk again, aren't you?
Shut up! Shut up! Just keep pushing me like this. I'm leaving.
Good. Leave. We'll be fine without you. Abandon us like you've abandoned yourself.
I don't have high hopes for old Beastie here. But she never really had a chance, though. Let's just be honest. This was a run that was pretty much set once we started with Genesis. Of all the things that get hit in this room, it was me running into a fire. The fact that we got 2 Genesis is even crazier.
You need to repent.
But you know, if anything, it shows you exactly what I was talking about. The Genesis, it is just the epitome of you get a second chance.
Insane. You're taking this too far.
You know, you get to have a full character reroll.
Pray for yourself.
Still
Stay with us.
still have the ability to maintain parts and elements of what you did previous to the Genesis re-rolling, because it preserves those loot tables that you previously looted to a certain degree. I mean, it's just like I said earlier, it was almost impossible for us not to have Sacred Heart on a second Genesis. I mean, just fully. It's just by way of sheer volume of Angel Deal items we had. It was just not going to happen. There's no scenario that we didn't get at least Sacred Heart or Godhead. I mean, it's just there was so many Angel items. And that's Genesis, man. Like it's if you end up using it, if you decide to make a concerted effort to use it, it can pay off in spades, and that's what's happened on this run. And we're reaping the benefits because we're about to absolutely destroy old Beastie and anything that tries to get in our way. And we are essentially just victory lapping. We've been on a victory lap non-stop on this run, basically. So, yeah. Good luck, Dogma. You're going to need it against Proptosis and this damage. He's already dead. There we go. Now that is some big time damage right there. In order to, if we destroy, oh my God, what was that? In order to destroy Dogma that badly, that quickly, with this damage here is truly astounding. And that is Proptosis kicking in with its scaling, the point blank scaling. Just gonna use the stopwatch just to slow down Pestilence. The war has no shot. Yeah, none of the Harbingers made it past 3 shots, I think. So let's see what happens to old Beastie. It's not going to be instantaneous death, but it's going to be a lot of damage here. We're just nuking her with Shard of Glass and Curse the Tower. Oh my God. Absolute destruction. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Man, oh man, September has been a historic month, I would say, for us in the Mosh Pit. The hottest month we've had in quite a while, and I ain't talking about the temperature, brother. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Go check out the other videos for TCG Card Shop Simulator, and also don't forget about my gaming channel, again, like I was talking about earlier. You can check out those Dale and Dawson VODs with the Yogs cast and the NLSS crew. Also posting WoW stuff with Krendor. Check the link down below to Invicta Gaming. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Squeegee, Fallen Years, and Pop-Up Pro. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.